And we are live. Welcome back to another Hot Jobs with us here at Higher Military. How is everybody today? Good afternoon to everyone over there on the East Coast and Central Time. Still good morning for us who are slightly more west in the country. So I hope you're all doing really well, regardless of where you are. If you've not joined us before, it's a real treat to have you with us. Welcome. This is our 30 minutes where we share our newest and greatest both direct hire opportunities, so permanent jobs, as well as SkillBridge internship opportunities that we have for you this week. Also, we love to hear from you. This is our time to really see who our audience is and to engage and have a conversation with you. So do share with us where you're watching from today. If you are here because you're interested in learning more about SkillBridge, or you're on the permanent job hunt and you would love to hear what we have going on, but if we can't help you, any tips, tricks, skills, or experience that we can share with you. This is really our favorite 30 minutes of the week. We really get to spend it with you, our military spouse, our veteran, and our transitioning service member community, sharing our encouragement, our support, our advice, as well as anything else that you have to ask us. So let's pause for a second and consider, do you have anything that you want to know about SkillBridge, about getting a job post-active duty? If you're a military spouse and you're finding it tricky right now, is there anything that we can help you with or any question that we can answer for you? We love to hear your thoughts and we love to be able to help as much as we possibly can. If you have heard me speak with Mike Quinn on a Thursday in the LinkedIn audios, the office hours with Mike and Lucy, you'll know that our inboxes are full of messages. And often we don't get the opportunity to reply to all of them. So if there is something that you want to hear our opinion on or perspective on, please do drop it in the chat today. Oh my gosh, so many people here today. Hey, Sarah, Jessica, James, Jorge, Devon. Oh, you're in Ramstein. We were there once upon a time too. Who else is here? Richard, Mike, Thomas. It's lovely to see you all today. Also, I want to know how you heard about us. Did you just see this pop up and click, oh, I think I'll hear a bit more? Or did you know that this event was taking place? It's really good from my perspective in order to be able to socialize and market these lives as best as we possibly can. On the event, if you click back to the event here, you will see that we've added a few hot links for you to take a look at. And the ones that I really want to draw your attention to are how to target your resume. Please, if you are drafting a resume right now, or if you are making applications to specific roles, just take 5 minutes to read and reread that article. It really will give you a different perspective on what a resume is all about and how to really create an optimum one for you that will show the company that you're applying to that you really are a great return on investment, and basically so that they invite you to interview, which is the ultimate goal for submitting a resume. Second of all, we have put together for you an effective guide to creating a LinkedIn profile. Now, that is another 5-minute read. So if this is something that you're looking to do at the moment, maximize your success and your efficiency on LinkedIn, take a look at that. If you have more time to invest in your LinkedIn journey, Mike Quinn, our CEO, alongside the USA Transitions team, is delivering a Mastering LinkedIn webinar on both the 20th of September and the 25th of September. Now, registration for that is through the USA Transitions website, but the link is up on the event here. One final thing I want to raise the profile of or draw your attention to is last week, Olivia in our marketing team put together a really phenomenal newsletter on the Higher Military LinkedIn page, which was titled 7 Common Mistakes That Transitioning Service Members Make on LinkedIn. So if you want to learn from other people's less than successes, definitely take a look at that. So while you're all in the chat and while you are telling us a bit about you, let us introduce ourselves if we've never met before. I'm Lucy Robinson. I am one of the directors here at Higher Military. I'm an active duty military spouse. I've been on this journey for a really long time, and thankfully for us, my husband is very close to retirement, and we are currently stationed at Eielson Air Force Base. And if you've never heard of that before, lucky you. But if you've heard of Fort Wainwright, you will know exactly where that is. We are just outside of Fairbanks in the interior of Alaska. Matt Collins, take a moment. Tell us who you are.
Hey, thank you, Lucy. Matt Collins. I am the SkillBridge recruiter here with Hire Military, and I am a product of the SkillBridge program myself. I'm a 28-year Army veteran, and I retired this last March and came through SkillBridge and was lucky enough to continue working in the veteran community here with Hire Military. So it has been an absolute blessing to continue assisting veterans as they go through the transition, and I'm doing it now from beautiful Missoula, Montana. So a really, really nice place to be for at least the next 60 to 90 days until the darkness of winter arrives. So, with that, I will pass it over to you, Kate Wood.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Lucy. Hi, everyone. I'm Kate Wood. I'm a recruiting manager here at Hire Military. I'm an Army vet, did about 6 years active duty in Medical Service Corps, and now I'm on the military spouse side of things. My husband is still in active duty in the Army, and we are stationed Oconus right now at a special duty assignment attached to the embassy here in Panama. So very drastically different from where Lucy and Matt are located, but really excited to be with you all here today. Seeing a lot of familiar faces in the chat. John Lamb, always good to see you here. Nate White, Michael Wagner, so great to see you all as well. Really excited to share more opportunities with our community. And just as a reminder, go ahead and paste any of those questions in the chats that you have for us. We love to interact with you the last 5 to 10 minutes and answer any questions you might have about the job search or interviewing or anything in between. All right, Lucy, back to you.
Thank you so much. And we've already had a question, this is a great segue, and I really want to answer this before we get going. What exactly do you do for the military community? Great question. Let me answer that in approximately 30 seconds. Ultimately, Hire Military is a staffing or recruiting agency. So we match you with corporate companies within the United States who are looking to recruit from the military population. So they are looking to increase the population of transitioning service members, veterans, or military spouses within their demographic of their company. And the way that we do that is we advertise jobs on their behalf on our careers page. That's why we're here today, to tell you about a few of those roles. And then when you hit the apply or submit button on those, we work really closely with you before we present you as a candidate to these companies to make sure that your resume is exactly what they are looking for, that you've been coached on exactly what they are looking for in terms of skill set. So it's a really good match. So by the time we make the introduction of you to that company, it's a really, really warm introduction, and they hopefully pass you straight through to interview. So that is what we do. Too long didn't read, bottom line up front. We are a staffing agency that supports the military community into getting meaningful employment in corporate America. So as we get going, let me just share a few bits and pieces with regard to housekeeping. As we share roles, if you hear of something that is of interest to you, rather than putting interested in the comments while we are talking, write, as an example, HR assistant, Houston, Texas. And the reason being, we really struggle to post the URLs, the links to the roles on our website as we are talking. LinkedIn doesn't like it. They delete it as we hit the post button. And that's just the way it is. And we've got used to it right now. So we come back after the event and we share that information with you. So we need to know exactly which role that you are interested in reading about. Or if you wanted to be a more of a proactive job seeker, go straight to our website, hiremilitary.us. On there, you will see both our direct hire opportunities, our SkillBridge internship opportunities, but there's also two places or two buttons you can click and connect on where you can register your interest and tell us that you are an active job seeker, either in the SkillBridge lane or the permanent job lane. And what that means is we'll keep in touch with you. If a role comes in that we think you may be interested in based on what you've told us, we will get in touch individually, or we will send you out our bi-weekly newsletter with the roles. So we love to keep in touch. We want to share our opportunities as much as possible, but we need to know that you're looking and you're available. So definitely take a look at that. We will go first and foremost over to SkillBridge. And Matt Collins is going to share the opportunities that we have this week. But before you do that, Matt, we always get the question, am I eligible for SkillBridge? I've been out for 3 years, or who is SkillBridge available to? So why don't you share that with us?
Absolutely, Lucy. And before I start, I have to say I love our comments every week, and I think I just saw the best one ever. Anthony just put, I need a job. I think that's the best comment, to the point. I like it, Anthony. Like, dude, I need a job. So That's what we're here for, but we'll talk about the nuance of that. So yes, SkillBridge, Lucy, it is unfortunately not for those out of the military. So I did see some questions already. So direct hire, we'll talk about that. Kate will talk about those opportunities. But SkillBridge exists for those people that are 6 months out from their ETS, their transition out of the military. Really, the conversation, as I say every week when we talk about this, is a year out, 8 months out. You really need to start having that conversation with your command team, making sure your command is aware that you're going to pursue a SkillBridge, and then having that conversation internally with your family or with yourself about where you want to go pursue your SkillBridge and what industry you want to do that in. As Lucy said today, a lot of people are putting comments like looking for remote or I have a supply background. That doesn't really help us. That's pretty broad. What I really recommend doing is getting into the website, hiremilitary.us, registering in our talent pool, uploading your resume, and then giving us a little bit of your background so that we can go out and look at what you do in your experience and then match you up with one of our SkillBridge partners if we can. So SkillBridge, again, if you are 6 months out from your end of service, you're eligible to participate in SkillBridge. So that's when you start registering, applying for roles, reaching out to us, but you do have to still be on active duty in the military. And with that, we're going to jump into some SkillBridge roles today. These are a fraction of our SkillBridge roles. I'm going to talk about 3 of them. Really, this is just a fraction of what we have. So if you go to our website, filter by state, filter by industry, you can really get a closer look at some of the SkillBridge opportunities that we have available out there. So with that, we're going to jump right in. The first one is a maintenance technician. This SkillBridge opportunity is with a company called Masonite. I say it every time on Hot Jobs because it's true. They are absolutely one of our most veteran-friendly SkillBridge partners. So we love putting out their opportunities. This role's in Colfax, North Carolina. And this maintenance technician would involve troubleshooting, repairing mechanical, hydraulic, pneumatic, and electrical equipment, as you would imagine, as well as performing maintenance on motors, transformers, generators, electronic controllers, and other electrical devices. So obviously, they're going to be seeking a candidate with a basic mechanical background, but really a strong electrician background. So those of you that have that electrical background, you work troubleshooting, circuit boards, those type of skill sets, this would really be a cool role to find out more about if you're pursuing a SkillBridge opportunity. Again, that's a maintenance technician in Colfax, North Carolina, just outside Greensboro, and it's with Masonite. The next role I'm going to talk about is an operations manager. It's with a company called GeForce. We're really excited. This is a new partnership. This is in LA, in sunny California, and it's a hybrid and remote role. So it gives you some unique flexibility. This is a striping parking lot company, really veteran-friendly company. And the candidate would be responsible for assisting with the development and initial setup for some of these Southern California locations. You would also act as a primary estimator. So you'd be doing a lot of the project management, project planning. So they're obviously looking for someone with 3 or more years of project management and estimation experience. Preferably, if you've got some sort of construction-related background, it would really be a strong match for this role. And again, that's an operations manager with GeForce. It's in LA in Southern California. And again, it offers hybrid remote. So it'd be some on site, some work from home. The next role we're going to talk about is a shop repair technician. This is with Foss North America in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Foss is an analytics company. It's focused on end-to-end solutions in agriculture, food processing, among some of the other things they work in. This candidate would be providing remote assistance to customers using connectivity services, as well as applying their knowledge of computer, networking, electronics, and mechanical principles in determining equipment faults and getting out there, basically restoring and repairing equipment at these various sites. So they're going to be seeking a candidate that's got a 2-year technical degree with major focus in coursework in electronics or military training and related fields. So again, if you've got an electrical background, an MOS that deals directly in, electronics, that's what they're looking for. Prior experience in a field type service or electronics bench technician is also really desired with this role. So again, that's a shop repair technician with Foss North America, and it's up there in beautiful Eden Prairie, Minnesota. I'm pretty sure that's the practice facility of the 0-1 Minnesota Vikings. So, and finally, I just want to touch base every week. We bring this up because it's just a great partnership. Texas Instruments, we have another cohort starting with them on 23 October. So if you're really coming up on your SkillBridge eligibility timeline and you've got 3+ years of mechanical experience, in electrical, even in the personal side, if you've got just that experience, basic mechanical knowledge or electrical knowledge, this is a role with Texas Instruments. Most of us have heard of that company, and it's in Dallas, Texas. So that would be a really cool role to connect with myself, with the SkillBridge team, or with Brandy Walker. So if you're interested in learning more about that cohort, again, with Texas Instruments in Dallas, Texas, and you're going to be eligible to start your SkillBridge internship on 23 October, please reach out. We'd love to learn more about you and explain more about that role. So those are the SkillBridge roles for this week. Again, go to our website, filter, look at the industries, get registered with us if you're eligible to do SkillBridge, and we'd love to connect. With that, I will hand it over to Kate Wood, who's going to talk about some really, really exciting direct hire opportunities. Kate?
Awesome. Thanks so much, Matt. Really appreciate it. We're going to dive in and talk about some of the direct hire openings that we have. These roles are all open to transitioning service members, veterans, or military spouses who are actively job seeking and able to start immediately or within the next 1 or so months. Just as a reminder as well, if you don't hear of something today, like Matt mentioned, these are just a glimpse into all of the different direct hire opportunities that we have open available right now. You can go to hiremilitary.us. You can search our careers page by state as well to find if there's any roles that would interest you that we don't talk about today, because this is just a glimpse. We can't talk about all of our roles in 30 minutes. So we're going to start off. We have a really exciting software engineer role. This role is in Richardson, Texas. In this position, you'll be an on-site software engineer for a global company. This is a brand new team. So you'd be coming into a brand new team, and you'll be working on a highly critical project alongside their global team as well. And again, this is a very, very influential and sought after global leading tech company. This position is responsible for writing, debugging, maintaining, and testing the client software in various languages and levels from firmware to application. What you'll need for this role: C# and .NET, as well as hardware and software integration experience and embedded experience. So if this sounds like you, definitely just type software engineer into the chat, and the lead recruiter for the role, Amber Flores, will be able to reach out and provide more information to you, or you can go to the website. You can search by software engineer, and you can find out the full job description as well as the salary that's posted and apply there as well. The next role that I have for you is an analytical methodologist. This role is in Springfield, Virginia. This role will be working at the NGA. And for this position, we have 2 major qualifications. The first being a TS/SCI with Poly. You do have to have an active clearance. They can't sponsor anyone in. You have to have an active TS/SCI with Poly. And they need at least 10 years of experience working in SIGINT or as an all-source analyst, and experience with maximizing existing and emerging technologies. So if you were a 35 November or worked in the intelligence realm in the other branches, this would be a really fantastic opportunity with one of our clients in the Springfield, Virginia area. And you can type analytical methodologist or just type Intel into the chat, and we'll be able to provide the full link as well as more information on that role for you as well. And the last positions that I want to talk about, and if you've followed Hire Military recently or Tenova or come on to one of our broadcasts, you'll know that we are fortunate enough to be part of the new contract that's supporting all of the U.S. Army TAP programs globally. We are one of the subcontractors on that new contract, and we're really excited to be able to bring on military service members, transitioning service members, and spouses onto our team that are on site supporting the U.S. Army TAP programs at several different bases across the country. And we have 2 roles that we're still recruiting for. We have a career skills program administrator at Fort Stewart, Georgia, and we also have a financial counselor at Fort Bliss, Texas. So if you are someone like us who's really passionate about giving back to the military community, and either one of those roles sounds like of interest to you, you can just type TAP into the chat, and I can provide the links to those positions, or you can go to our website again, filter by state, by location, or by the title to find out full position descriptions as well as salaries that are posted as well. For all of our direct hire opportunities, we have salaries listed too. So I see some people in the chats that have commented on roles that are of interest. So definitely someone from our team will come back in and provide that link to you. But we always suggest everyone to be proactive job seekers and head over to the website where you can find those roles, find the full position description, and apply directly as well. So we can reach out and invite you to a screening. I think that's all I have, Lucy. Back over to you.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. If you've joined us before, you'll see that we're a smaller team than normal, but it just means that we have more to say each. And something that I wanted to introduce you to was a new opportunity that we are sharing on behalf of one of our corporate partners. Matt Collins mentioned a SkillBridge opportunity earlier with a company called GeForce, and we are working with them at the moment to share their entrepreneurial self-employed franchise opportunities. So let me share a little bit about that. Overall, they are called veteran service brands, and they were founded by a 10-year Army and Air Force vet. And they have a portfolio of veteran-focused franchise networks aimed at setting up the US military veterans with successful service-based business opportunities. Their team combined have many, many years of industry and military experience, and they have created multiple, so 4 unique and low-cost franchise business offerings for today's veterans. So essentially, they have 4 brands that deliver 4 different service deliverables in the market. And the great thing about them is, like I've said, everybody in the organization who own their own franchises are veterans. So it literally is a home away from home if you are looking to step out and go into that entrepreneurial market. The 4 different opportunities are parking lot striping. So that's called GeForce. There is athletic field striping, which is called Field Ops. There is epoxy flooring, so running your own business, delivering and flooring with epoxy, and that's called Mac One. And then the final one is a house painting franchise, and that's called Paint Cool. So if you wanted to hear more about that, please do connect with me directly. You can send me a DM here on LinkedIn, or you can type in franchise or entrepreneurial opportunity into the chat, and we can share more information about that and get you connected with them. We would not be talking about them if we genuinely did not believe in their mission and what they did. And they have blown us away just in terms of the culture of that franchise opportunity. So really wanted to share that with you today. But I think that's about it, you guys, in terms of our roles that we've got. There were a few questions, so let's take a look at those. I think one of the ones that we've had, and I don't think we've had this in a really long time actually, is what is the cost of working with you at Hire Military? It's nothing, like it's zero. For the service member, for the military spouse, for the veteran, our service is 100% free. A lot of the educational piece that we do is philanthropic, and it is to support you and to educate you. We are a profit-making organization, but we work with corporate America in terms of that piece. And if there are other organizations that are charging you for any service at all whatsoever, resume building, career coaching, stop, pivot. There are so many organizations that do it for free, so please don't pay for that service at all. Second of all, we have had a question around, is there anybody that we can connect with anybody to build a master resume and work on federal career applications? And that was Joshua who asked that. Unfortunately, Joshua, that is not a facility that we provide here at Hire Military, but let us connect you with one of our partners. I'm sure you're very familiar with Hire Heroes USA. Connect with them, say that Hire Military sent you, and that is exactly what they do. They have a whole office team worth of career counselors that can talk you and guide you through that step by step. If their timescales are such that it doesn't work for you, I would then say 2 things. The USO Transitions team regularly has a live webinar to teach you about federal career applications. So take a look at their website and see if you can register for one of those. And in terms of the master resume, do take a look at the article that is listed on our events page here. It's called How to Target a Resume, How to Create a Really Effective Targeted Resume. And that actually has a template at the end, and you can work your way back and you can create from there. Also, ChatGPT is very good at doing that and supporting you on that as well. So is there a link to the roles that we talked about here? Hey, Jorge, I'm just answering that question right now. We haven't provided a link, but if you look up here, hiremilitary.us, that is our website, and all of the roles that we mentioned today are cited there. So I think that that's about it in terms of questions that we have had today. Kate, Matt, is there anything that you would like to add apart from over and above? Do remember to connect with our team. I know somebody's telling me to say that right now. You know, you guys, we have to multitask. We look at your comments, we look at our comments. do. So all of us here, Matt Collins, Kate Wood, Lucy Robinson, if you connect with us, you will then see all of the other higher military recruiters. And I really would encourage you to do that because we share opportunities on a daily basis alongside the higher military LinkedIn profile. So if you want to be kept up to date, if you want to be in our network and hear about what we're up to, things that we've learned, pieces that we share, definitely do link in with us. Kate, anything more from you today?
I don't think so. It's really exciting to see a lot of new faces here. So definitely please connect, send those connection requests. I'm excited to join your professional network and follow along on your career journey wherever you are.
Thank you. And one final thing from me, if you are interested in the SkillBridge internship and you actually think you've procured your own, but they are unable to register themselves as SkillBridge intern providers, we could host that on your behalf for a very nominal fee to that organization, not to you. So if that's something that you would like us to support on, do connect with us and we will be able to give you more detail around that. Matt Collins, over to you. Anything more that you wanted to add today?
I think you hear all, Lucy. The only thing I will say for those seeking a SkillBridge, make sure that you, I'll say this as well, remote is not an industry, guys. I know it's most of the remote roles we have, not all, are normally in the IT cyberspace. So if you possess those skills, we can reach out, but remote is not really an industry or a job. Second, with that, if you're looking at a SkillBridge opportunity, make sure you're having that conversation with your command team. Are they going to allow you to pursue that SkillBridge opportunity 60, 90 miles or away from your installation? Or in fact, is your SkillBridge opportunity to be allowed to be done in the place you're going to be post-military? So that's really important because obviously location drives the train. So remember, remote's not an industry. It's just a part of that job. And find out with your command how comfortable they are letting you do a SkillBridge opportunity away from your last duty location. So, but that is it. So thanks, Lucy. Great sharing stuff today.
No, thank you guys. And one final word from me, a new connection of mine, Gareth Williams from the UK, who performs a very similar service, but to UK military, is in the house. So, hey, really lovely to see you here today. Kate, thank you. Matt, thank you. To all of you with us, it's really lovely to see you. We will be back again 2 p.m. Eastern time next Tuesday for more Hot Jobs with Higher Military. See you soon. Bye-bye.